Hello, YouTubers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, as you can see, I did not go live today. I tried to go live. Technical difficulties. It did not work out. I'm using a new software. I'm trying to up my game and it didn't work. So apologies. It is going to come. But let's just get into this video because we got some things to talk about because Harry had the nerve to show up to get this award. And I'm going to tell you exactly why getting this award is going to mean a much bigger picture of Harry and Meghan's downfall. There's a reason that he took this award. But the fact that he took the award now is going to mean something that is not going to be good for them. Let's get into it. I love to come in on stories where I'm giving you a little bit of different angle, a different perspective, because we know these stories hit so many people, tell these stories. I don't want to just regurgitate the same information that you're hearing about these news stories about Harry going to the Aviation Awards, him talking about his speech and, you know, oh, John Travolta, you danced with my mum. You danced with my mum. You know, just talking nonsense. The whole fact that he even showed up while his sister-in-law and his father are facing health issues right now just shows you the selfishness of this man. And this is why when you speak about him, when you have problems with Harry and you want to really get into the nitty-gritty of things, it's warranted because of his behavior and how he acts. You know, you want to go full in on people that don't know how to act, that don't know how to be good people because they deserve it. And that's exactly what it is with Harry. He doesn't deserve the kindness that people would think they would show someone like a prince. But he's full gone rogue. So we don't want to give him these courtesies. But what is really interesting to me is the idea that he is showing up for this award to get something that he is missing. And allegedly that he paid for it, because that's how it works. Like I told you, people contact me all the time. You know, we want to give you an award. It's going to cost you $1,500. You want this award? Be like, no, I don't want your award. If I got to pay for it, how is that an award? Like, I'm rewarding you with money for giving me an award that I'm supposed to be the one given the accolades or getting something prestigious. How is that even meaningful if I'm paying for it? It makes no sense. So go with your stupid award, man. I don't want to hear it. So John Travolta is the one that pushed for Harry to get this award. He's the one that said, I think we should make a legend out of Harry. And that's what happened. And it did something for Harry because he showed up. So the celebrity-friendly group hosting the Living Legends of Aviation Awards on Friday night apparently feel a bit brushed over the criticism and mockery unleashed by retired UK military brass and others over their decision to induct Prince Harry into the Aviation Hall of Fame. Now, perhaps looking to counter the argument that Harry's British military service wasn't legendary and that honoring him is a pathetic publicity stunt. Insiders at the show have claimed that he received backing from none other than John Travolta. The ceremony's MC and the group's official ambassador of aviation, because we know John Travolta has an airplane that he has at his home and he's been flying for decades, and Tom Cruise as well has received this award, and Harrison Ford and a lot of very well-known people. Jeff Bezos, even Jeff Bezos' wife apparently got this award. So this is something that, you know, the high-profile people get this. So Harry felt, I think, that he was in the company of people who are great people. So I'm a great person. I should receive an award like this. The 69-year-old Hollywood icon was one of the biggest supporters of the California-based Duke of Sussex to be honored for this award. Now, insiders insist that the living legend of aviation was humbled by Harry's accomplishments, which don't just include piloting an Apache helicopter on training missions and in Afghanistan. Harry is also being vetted because he stands tall as a philanthropist for his mental health advocacy and his work on behalf of wounded servicemen and women with the Invictus Games. So as you can see, it wasn't just that he has this experience as a helicopter Apache man. It's because he's done all these other things that had to kind of culminate with him getting this award. So it wasn't really just what he has done as a Apache helicopter pilot, which says a lot to me, because it's like, okay, you've done some things with an Apache helicopter, but that's just not enough. We're going to go ahead and say, you know, all your work you've done around the Invictus Games and, you know, being a philanthropist and all, we're going to pull all those things together to make it worthwhile for you to get this award. You see what I'm saying? So that right there is a sign that it wasn't even good enough that he did the work that he did in the helicopter, because that wouldn't have warranted. They had a couple other things with it to justify it. You see, which those things have nothing to do with flying, mind you. So it says a lot. You know, well, why would you do this then? If you couldn't just give him his accolades on the basis of what he did in a helicopter, you had to couple it with other things and accomplishments, then that right there tells me, and it should tell all the other people, that what he did in an Apache helicopter did not warrant him even getting this award. It didn't warrant it at all. But we're going to overlook that. We just going to overlook it. We just going to say, you know what? It don't matter. That stuff is good. It's like how you look at it, folks. Okay, so that right there is a clue. They go on to say, our award is a celebration of aviators, but also life-changing human beings connected to our world. Any suggestion of this as publicity stunt is a disgraceful and offensive suggestion. Organizers are also appear eager to play the nostalgia card by saying that the Saturday Night Fever star maintains a strong emotional link and connection to Harry through his friendship with his late mother, Princess Diana. For many, the idea of Travolta handing Harry an award has sparked memories of the 1985 White House dinner hosted by Ronald and Nancy Reagan. The Grease star memorably took Diana clad in a blue velvet gown and a turn around the dance floor. He later told ABC News that it was one of the highlights of his life. And I can imagine that was a very significant time in his life, doing something like that with the late princess. And, you know, okay, your connection to now Harry is that this is Diana's son. You want to honor him, yada, 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 yada. But don't you get it twisted, y'all. Don't you get it twisted. There's more to this story. Okay. After Harry's award was announced earlier this month, 2 former senior officers in the British military hit out at the idea that his piloting skills were remarkable. Admiral Lord Alan West, Britain's former chief and naval staff, told the Daily Mail that Harry is not a living legend of aviation. Okay? You know, when you show up for an award to accept being a living legend, and the people in your country that say this award does not make you a living legend, that should make you say, well, you know what? I'm not going to show up for this because that's going to make me look real stupid. And that's what he did. He showed up and looked real stupid. How do you even show up when people are saying, that's not making you a living legend. You ain't done nothing that makes you a living legend. And the idea, like what I said before, that they just gave it to him on behalf of the other things that he has done. They're saying it too, the people that give him the award. That's not enough to make you a living legend. So to suggest he is pathetic, continued West. He didn't carry off any great exciting feat of amazing flying skill while flying for the Army, West said, and then he also goes on to say, they're just trying to get publicity. They know it will cause a stir. I find the whole thing really rather pathetic. Yes. Then retired Army Colonel Richard Kemp, who was Britain's commander in Afghanistan in 2003, went on to say that celebrities massaging each other's egos. While he commended Harry for volunteering to be deployed to a war zone, he agreed with West that the royals' military service wasn't exemplary. Okay? It's like the ignorance of the people in America that applaud this award shows you their international ignorance. Because when the people that were in the military with Harry, the people that know what he actually did, if they can't support him getting the award, why are you giving him the award? You're just massaging his little ego. You feel okay? I know you just a big baby. You want to feel like you was important, but you really ain't. But we're going to give you this award. It's going to cost you $30,000. And he's like, okay, I'll pay for it because I want to feel important. And it just makes you want to cringe. It's just ridiculous. Man, I tell you, sometimes it gets real deep when you're in America. It can get real deep. And I can see how people on the outside see this nonsense. And if you can't see it yourself, means you don't want to see it, or you're too ignorant to see it. Because showing up to get this award when people that are in the military that you were in say it's not worth you getting it, you should be like, hands off, I'm not taking it. But this is how bruised Harry is. This is what Meghan has done to this man. This is how his ego is so fractured that he has to show up to receive an award that people in his commanding officers say he does not even deserve. But he shows up anyway because that is the seriousness of the damage done to him. He needs to show up. This is how badly bruised he is. But it's going to get worse for him. John Travolta, these living legends, these people that have these awards, they have them for real reasons. They have them for reasons that you can't see when you go to the awards. They have them for reasons that you cannot see. Now, this is my theory on how this is all going to work. And it has a lot to do with Scientology. Harry is being coddled. He is being massaged. He is being lured into the world of Scientology. Because the world of Scientology, it really seeks its importance from the celebrities that are attached to it. And when you get these awards, when you show up in these circles around these people, there's talks that happened about, oh, hey, you should come and check out, Scientology, get cleared. I know you have issues with substance abuse, and, we're all about people who have issues around drug issues. Come, let's kind of get you read and see how you can become a part of doing something to get you off of these drugs, to get you clear. Okay. And it has a lot to do with the Hollywood connections. And I believe this is the main reason why John Travolta has wanted to lure Harry into this award, because it would bring him closer in relation to Harry giving something back in, for being thankful for getting this award. Because it's like, hey, man, I gave you an award. I propped you up. I massaged your ego. Now let's give it a try with this Scientology now, Harry. Come on, let's do this. And then Harry would almost feel obliged to do it because, hey, he did get some publicity. He did get an award. He did get some accolades from something that did not have to happen. John Travolta was the reason. And I believe this is why Harry is being lured into the circles with these celebrities, because they want to attach him to Scientology. So the only reason I believe why he got this award is for more favors being done for Harry, more support given to him, where eventually he's going to have to pay that support back. He is going to have to support the want of John Travolta and those within Scientology, because this is something that they can help Harry and Meghan with, considering mainstream Hollywood is imbibing. And the only way they're going to get any kind of support is through the Church of Scientology. And I believe while they may not have been interested in the past, he's going to be interested in the future, because he's going to have to somehow pay that award back. Now, Meghan didn't show up. Wasn't that interesting? They say she had a sick child. Yeah, she had a sick child. Well, you want to know how that's a lie? That's a lie. That's a lie. Your child ain't sick. You know how I know her child ain't sick? Because she got nannies. She got people to fill in for her when she needs to go do something important. And this was important. But she didn't show up. Why? Why? Because Meghan could care less about what Harry is doing. But she can have an excuse where she can all hands off. Hey, my kids are sick. Don't y'all touch me. My kids are sick. But I'm going to put my hands on this because I say that's a lie. Your kids are not sick. Because this ain't even flu season. I'm just kidding. But anyway, your kids can be sick and you can leave for 1-2 hours to go support your husband to do something and then come back and be with your children. You can afford a babysitter, but you didn't want to be there because there are problems in the marriage. Meghan is already being considered for her own show on Suits. They are rewriting a show. They're writing a show to star Meghan alone. They're trying to put Meghan in her own spinoff of Suits. Now, the question is whether or not she is going to take it or not. But they're writing it for her and they are trying to seduce her with her own show spinoff of Suits. So between Scientology, bringing Harry into the fold, and Meghan going back to her, C-level acting career as a cable star on a show, these two are not going to make it into mainstream Hollywood. The only way they can get to where they're trying to go is to sell their souls and to do the things that I know they don't want to do. And at this point, we have to wait and see because real Hollywood isn't biting. But will they, Harry and Meghan, take the bait for the things that will get them further and further down the rabbit hole? I say yes. Yes, they will.